Hi everyone, we're back outside today, and yes, as you can see, I have lost the lawn wars. Mom was very unhappy with the areas of the lawn that I left long. She felt as if it looked unkept and as if nobody lived here, which the neighbors see me outside all the time tending to the garden, so I don't know why you would have that perception, but she was very unhappy with it, so I cut the lawn. Now, we did come to a sort of treaty in this lawn war. I will keep the front lawn cut. It's obviously going to be higher than the neighbors keep their lawns, but that's what I want to do. It doesn't need to be mowed within an inch of its life. She's going to let me keep the backyard unmowed, and this might still be under negotiation, but the hell strip, the piece that's by the sidewalk and the road, I'm getting rid of in the fall, and I'm going to plant wildflowers instead. So I would say maybe I lost the first battle, but maybe the whole war hasn't been lost. Let me know in the comment section if any of you have had to convince relatives, loved ones, neighbors about letting the lawn grow and what the benefits of that are. If you have had to, let me know what worked for you guys. And if you yourself have been convinced to let the lawn grow longer, let me know what convinced you. I myself have seen the research, have seen the data, so I jumped on the bandwagon. And I spend the most time outside, so I see the wildlife that's utilizing the lawn as it grew, as it got longer, and not just admiring the pretty flowers. So I think it was easy for me, and I thought it'd be a little bit easier to convince her to go along, but I was wrong. So first battle is lost, but the war is not done yet, my friends. The rest of today's project is going to be to lay out the border for the oak tree garden bed. If I haven't shown you guys already, I'm going to insert a clip here of me struggling to get all of these stones from Home Depot by myself. I did get a little bit of help from the workers there, but I did a lot of it myself, okay? We can lift heavy things. Anyway, when I brought it home that day, I was toast. I was completely spent. I just kind of placed everything, but not exactly where they are going to live. Today, I'm probably just going to place the border. I started setting out the stepping stones for the pathway to the backyard. They're more or less where I want them to be, but they're not really completely level. And full disclosure, I'm not going to completely level these out in any kind of professional way. It's going to be a little bit more casual, haphazard. I just want it to be level enough so that it's not a hazard when you're walking across the stones getting to the backyard. So let's get to placing the border around the oak tree garden bed. Okay guys, what do we think? I think it doesn't look half bad. I am missing maybe 4, maybe 5 more bricks, which I'm actually proud of myself for that because I sort of haphazardly measured the area, measured the bricks, and calculated how many I would need, and only being short 4 or 5 isn't the worst. I think it looks pretty good. I might fuss with it a bit more, tap some of the bricks. It all depends on what angle I'm looking at it from. For example, this angle, I like a lot actually. But depending on which side I'm looking at it from, I'm like, I mean, what I have to remember though, as I said previously, the garden bed is not even, and that's probably what's throwing me off with the border. This side is deeper than this side because of the boundary with the neighbor, so I just have to be okay with that. But I like the selection of bricks that I chose. I think it looks pretty good and contains this garden bed pretty well. So I'm happy with it overall. So I'm going to finish off this project for today by throwing down this shady wildflower mix that I bought from a local nursery last year. On a different day, I'm going to come back and get the rest of the stones for the border. And also I'm going to finish up the pathway that leads to the backyard. That'll be a different day. I don't have much hope or faith in this wildflower mix. I bought it last year. I didn't really vet it. I just wanted some more wildflowers, and the bed looks a little naked. And as somebody said before in the comments, you know, if there's bare soil, I'm going to get weeds. And I figured since I have these wildflower seeds in here, I might as well throw some down, see what happens. It's June, so I don't know how much of these are going to come up. This is not really the optimal time to be putting these seeds down. Probably would have been better if I'd done it either in the fall or in the spring, but I figured we'll see what happens. In this mix, it says, again, it's a shady wildflower mix. It's supposed to be Imperial Mix Rocket, Larkspur, Siberian Wallflower, Annual Baby's Breath, Lance Leaf Coreopsis, Purple Coneflowers, Sweet William Pinks, Shasta Daisy, Annual Candy Tuft, Red Corn Poppy, McKenna Giant Mix Columbine, Clarkia, Johnny Jump Up, and White Rock Cress. That's in order of predominance. I do have a seed spreader. It's somewhere in the garage. I don't want to dig around for it. So I'm just going to throw these down by hand, rake them in, water them in, and then we'll see if anything comes up. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see the seeds that well, but they're in there. That little kind of coating of dust almost looking. I think I got decent coverage. So I'm gonna gently rake it in now to make sure that there's optimal contact with the soil, and then I'm just gonna water them in. I had some more seeds. The bag isn't empty yet, so I decided to place some in this garden bed as well. I think I said, and maybe it was the garden tour video, that I wanted to focus more on this side, but I'm getting a little overwhelmed with all the projects that I have to do. So I figured, why don't I make things a little bit easier myself and just spread some seeds around, see what comes up. There's still a little bit more left in the bag, so I actually probably will throw the rest of it on the other side, the other front garden bed. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna finish off by spreading the rest of the seed that I have left in the other front garden bed, get everything raked in and watered in just like I did here, and then I'm gonna call it a day and get ready for my evening shift. Thanks for coming along with me outside as we get a little wilder, and as always, I hope you get a chance to get outside and enjoy your garden. Until next time guys, bye.